anyone. I know this probably won't be seen, but how's everyone doing today that may tune in on this July 18th, which is my 53rd birthday, actually. For anybody that's been paying attention and has seen my other videos, I am or may not have. I am Christopher Wood, and I am a 6-year revenge retaliation victim of Lennox and Addington, Ontario provincial police. I am a full physical identity change victim with 100% proof, full brain injury, body mutilations. I have been kidnapped, sex assaulted, blood and piss forced, falsely arrested, had illegal prisoner tracking put into me, lies, time buying, cover ups, medical file falsification for medical treatment refusals, and discrimination blacklisting to assure all crimes against me without any help. In 2018, I spoke of OPP crimes that were happening, human homeless trafficking out of the Morning Star mission, and homeless exploitation for monetary gain, which goes along the line of human trafficking and possible money laundering. As a result, in August of 2019, before ex-OPP Chief or Commander left Napanee, Ontario, his post, he was driving a white Jeep Wrangler. I was at my previous address. He went by, he waved at me. I waved back. A black truck pulled up beside him. They pointed something, they shot it, and it went into my right ear. This happened August 2019 on the corner of Highway 41, Center Street and Bridge Street at the lights. I was at a previous address. I started, of course, after that happened, I started getting a lot of burning. I started having movement in my head, wondering what the fuck was going on. I was getting shocking and everything else, to the point where my skull was actually turning black and blue from it. So I went to the hospital to find out what was going on. And later on that year, I got an appointment finally in November of 2019 for a CAT scan appointment. I go to my CAT scan appointment, and one of the people involved with this was actually at the hospital. When she found out I was there with my mother, who was alive at the time, and someone else, she walked by us. I go in to get my CAT scan done. I wanted to see the picture results for myself and copies. I was told I am not going to get them. I would not understand them. Come to find out that the woman involved, Stacy, Daily Tea Company, Napanee, now Kingston AMHS, was at the hospital talking to the doctor, stating that she was there for my benefit, for anxiety, and for all of this other bullshit. I had no association with her. I had no association with mental health. And I sure the hell have no anxiety, especially over CAT scans or anything else like that. She had no business being there, and she had no right to be there. And it was pretty much after that I started getting treated like shit from hospitals and doctors, to the point where I was going to other hospitals, KGH, and they were getting phone calls stating I'm a suicidal self-harmer. Not true in any way, shape, or form. Never have been, never will be. But because I had long hair, and whoever the call come from, I was not believed, and they were, and I was not taken serious as to why I was there, and I never got the treatment I needed to find out what the fuck was going on with me. So, of course, I had to keep going. In the meantime, I had to keep going up to Lennox and Addington County General Hospital. I was being treated like shit. I was being name called. I was being belittled. I was being put in rooms. I had triage nurses actually try to start fights with me and everything else. I was getting up, I was walking out, and they were making it look like it was me leaving and refusing treatment. No, I was not refusing treatment. I was leaving and walking out because I was being treated like a piece of shit from this hospital and these doctors all through the falsified fucking file against me, especially when I had not been to a hospital or a doctor in approximately 7 to 10 years prior to that. And then all of a sudden, I'm getting treated like a piece of shit by these hospital and the doctors. After conveniently, I get my CAT scan, and Stacy talks to who I found out to be her girlfriend, Dr. Tatiana Vakadinovic. She also goes by Dr. Margie V as well. She is guilty of first-degree attempted murder with intent to commit through my file falsification for the medical treatment refusals and blacklisting of me to prevent me help, even having me falsely charged in an attempt to give me a criminal record, which I never previously had, in an attempt to get out of crimes that they are guilty of against me. I have been blamed for serious crimes which I could not do in any way, shape, or form to myself, especially my serious skull deforming, and having doctors laugh in my face over being sex assaulted, going to OPP trying to get arrest, trying OIPRD at the time many times, trying LICA several times, and every other method I could possibly think of, and not getting anywhere, not having any luck. So all my rights, my legal rights, my human rights, and my medical rights have been taken from me. I am the end of my bloodline. My mother, she was also stalked, tortured, and killed December 20th, 2020 through a stalker accomplice who actually thinks that he and I were switched at birth, thinks that he is my dad, and was also, when he was stalking my mother, calling my mother mom. Wow, I am completely and totally numb. The whole back part of my head is burning. I now have something inside my head which feels like a tube or a balloon or something, and it blows up all the time and tightens right around my head and is deforming my skull. I have holes in my skull now in the back of my head, which I never had, and it feels like I have tape or glue or something, some something over my skull inside my head now. Anyway, as crazy as that sounds, that picture I have on my on the front of my thing there is a tube. I don't have it right now, but it's a tube that comes up from, it goes from my groin to my right nipple up to my throat, where it bulges out to a spot around. It goes to the back of my neck and up to a spot on the back of my head. And I get piss and shit going through me and air blowing through my head as well. I get serious burning, and that's when my head starts to actually swell up and change shape, as well as my fucking identity sometimes on an hourly basis. And this all started to happen to me after I was shot, conveniently medically blacklisted, to prevent help, to prevent proof of what the fuck exactly was put inside me, was shot inside me in August of 2019 before XOPP Chief or Commander left Napanee, Ontario. Their human trafficking, sex slavery trafficking, torture crimes, elderly tortures, and murders. My two dogs were tortured and killed. As I said, showed and can prove full physical identity theft, body mutilations, my lungs, my kidneys. When I eat, my food goes to the right side of my body, not my stomach. So I'm also being decayed that way as well. And there's not a fucking thing I can do about it. No matter what is done to me, no matter what I can show, no matter what I can prove, I still can't do anything. I could have a heart attack right now while I am doing this, and there'd be fuck all that could be done about it. I have no medical rights. I can unless I have a way to Manitoba, Quebec, or down east. Conveniently now. Ex-chief or commander, he's guilty of first-degree premeditated attempted murder with intent to commit. He is a sex slave trafficker. The one that had me shot August 2019. It happened around 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The date I'm not exactly positive on, but it was in August of 2019, and the time I'm sure of. Staff Sergeant years 2019, 2021, kidnapping, sodomy, sex assault. Shannon Cork, Robert Lucas, Dave Weiss, Constable Ward. Stacy, again, mental health worker that was Napanee Daily Tea Company, now Kingston AMHS. Shelley Hafner had me kidnapped May 27, 2021, 24 hours after me asking for help with what has taken place with me. And that was done under false pretenses of incompetency, done in an attempt to shut me up, done in an attempt to get me kept. They got my blood and piss through threats and duress. And then when they found out what they did, especially 24 hours after me asking for help against them, they left me in Kingston. And she still needs to answer for that. There is Spencer Mills 14716 and drug cop Robert Kane 7224. Lennox and Edmonton County General Hospital doctors who are criminally negligent, involved, and co-committing and covering up, even to the point of having me falsely charged twice to cover up their crimes and to get away with what they've gotten away with, turning everything around on me, trying to make this sound and look like a fucking mental issue when it has nothing to do with that, and it can be proven if I could get the medical help and actual CAT scans or an MRI or something, brainwave scan done on my head, which would prove, which also feels like I have fucking magnets or something inside my head, in the back part of my head too, in that part. Lies have been told about drugs that I do not do at the hospital. That was done in an attempt also to prevent me helping proof and not be taken serious. So I have done everything to try to prevent this, and there is nothing I've been able to do. So families are murdered or missing. When people disappear, I would seriously check Ontario provincial police and the fucking hospital, especially around Napanee. These are their accomplices. Each and every one of them are guilty of torture crimes. They are drug traffickers with and for OPP. They are human traffickers, sex slave traffickers, sex offenders, all registered, and they're all junky, drug addict pieces of shit garbage. Tony Anthony Axel Rose Hearns, he's guilty of first-degree attempted murder with intent to commit, even guilty of blinding me in my right eye, which I can prove. I have pictures where I look exactly like him, including the same cock eye he has as well. All of this started to happen to me after I got shot. I personally know each and every one of these fuckers involved too. Not any of the police, because I had no association or criminal record with any of them. This guy here, Bert Hustler, he's guilty of stalking, torture. He used to date my wife after we separated, guilty of brain injuring me. He is highly jealous and obsessed with the long hair I used to have. He is guilty of first-degree premeditated attempted murder with intent to commit. He is a crackhead, a meth head, a morphine head. He is also schizophrenic. And a permanent psychosis. He believes that he played hockey in the NHL for the Philadelphia Flyers and Hartford Whalers as well. He's guilty of attempted murder on me and being involved with my identity theft. And it can be proven because I now share DNA with each and every one of these pieces of shit, and it can also be medically 100% proven as well. This guy here lives at 149 Center Street North, right across the road where I was shot back in August of 2019. His name is Bill Woldridge. He has many alias names: Bill Woldridge, Bill Cooldridge, Bill Delarosable, James Bubbles, Stephen Mavis, and Robert Cross, and maybe possibly others. He is now bald, glasses, sometimes a goatee, approximately 65 years old. He is the one that is guilty of torturing, stalking, and torturing and causing my mother's death, killing her with intent December 20th, 2020. He and another named Blair Hardy, aka Blair Kane, who is allegedly OPP supervisor. Here is another picture of Bert Hustler. He is also a child sex offender. They all are registered at that. Child groomer Raymond LeBlanc, meth trafficker, guilty of torturing and killing my dog Runt with 1 Tyler Lake, March 24th, 2023. Guilty of stalking, brain injuring, being involved with my identity theft, and attempted murder on me with intent to commit. And once again, yes, it can be proven. Unfortunately, none of these bastards can be arrested without $22,000. This is Tyler Lake. He is guilty of attempted arson on a previous address, throwing blood on a previous address, threats of stabbing, being involved with my identity theft. I also have pictures where I look just like him, and I am no relation, and I am also 53 now, and he is only approximately 30, 35 years old. And yet I have pictures where I look just like this piece of shit punk. He is also the lover, boyfriend to one drug cop, Robert Kane, involved. He is his number one fall down rat informant and his drug meth fed little piece of shit. The one known as Blair Hardy, the one that's also guilty of murdering, stalking, and murdering my mother. He is also guilty of identity theft on me, brain injuring me. I also have pictures where I look just like this piece of shit. He is a meth head. He is guilty of rapes, financial thefts and frauds, welfare, disability, insurance frauds, bank thefts and frauds, forgeries, and possible multiple homicides. Blair Hardy, he also goes by Blair Kane, once again, alleged OPP supervisor. Crackhead fentanyl dealer for Ontario Provincial Police drug cop Robert Kane. This is Jason Van Alstyne. He is guilty of torture crimes on me, 6 years stalking me, injuring. He is a stroke victim, but he's still very dangerous. He is a fentanyl trafficker as well between Napanee and Kingston, especially with the homeless and addicts, causing overdose murders, which is a perfect way for him to kill people. He is guilty of a possible homicide in 2021, and he is guilty of first-degree attempted murder on me with intent to commit identity, disability, and insurance fraud. He is also guilty of previous bank thefts and frauds against me as well. Jason Van Alstyne. There is also another one. I don't have his picture. His name is Robert Berry. He lives on Bridge Street. He is bald, crowbar mustache, glasses, approximately 65 years old. He is a truck driver for Laidlaw. he always carries around a bag of drugs with him, and he is a sex slave trafficker once again, truck driver, and a possible serial killer. Shit. Shit. That woman there, her name is Maggie Falls. She is an ex streetwalker from Toronto. She is now an OPP madam. She is a drug trafficker for Robert Lucas, a cop involved, and she is also guilty of being involved with torture crimes against me and attempted murder with Bert Hustler. This is my cousin, Harry Hartwick. He is guilty of brain injury me, skull splitting me. He is guilty of attempted murder on me. He is also guilty of very serious crimes on me as a child as well in Winnipeg, Manitoba. And there is this guy. His real name is Robert Hanna. This is his TikTok account. He is a sex offender. He's involved with child pornography. He has done time in Kingston Penitentiary in Bath Prison for sex crimes against children. He has an internet ban, not allowed to be online, and yet he is. He goes by Jimmy Fry. His real name is Robert Hanna. He was living or is on Oak Street in Kingston, Ontario, possibly now at Artillery Park housing units or at Hamilton House with a guy named Edward Alex Robichaud. And here is the about him. He has hacked and cloned my phone. He has hacked my computer too. And I used to be friends with him. I met him in a homeless shelter in Kingston, Ontario. I did not know who or what he was about exactly. And when I found out, it was too late. And he himself is guilty of brain injury me. He's a fucking highly obsessed psychotic, and he is a stalker as well. He has an internet ban, should not be online because he's a threat and danger to children. This is Sean McKay. He is guilty of attempted murder on me in 2015. He is guilty of torture crimes on me in 2015 in Belleville. He is guilty of torture crimes on me being involved with my identity theft. He is guilty of brain injury me and attempted murder with the rest of them. OPP are also using Stingray. They're using CEW as well. This is Dale Hartwick, my cousin. He is actually involved with this. He told me himself he was working with it for the cops. He is actually guilty of torture crimes and attempted murder with intent to commit for drop charges for a stabbing he committed against his wife or ex-wife's boyfriend. That's pretty fucked up. So, when people disappear, families are murdered or missing, once again, it is Ontario Provincial Police, and anybody can go check out my introductory video on my channel here, and it will show and prove different changes physically I have been through over the course of 6 years. Damage done, time bought, and I am also the end of my bloodline as well too. Complete and totally fucked my head in every way, shape, or form. absolutely no feeling in that side of my head in any way. So damage is done. Luckily, doctors think hypoxia told me hypoxia is a computer game and not real, thinking that I'm a fucking dummy, hoping that I would believe them. But anyway, they're very seriously dangerous at that hospital. They are above all laws, along with the police, and justice of the peace is also involved. Had me falsely arrested the very same day I tried to get private prosecution done on her, naming her as being someone involved obstructions, threats, intimidations, and obstructions, accusations stating I was high on marijuana and hallucinating being sodomized because who it was done from. So poor, homeless, elderly, disabled, beware, watch yourselves, watch your families, watch your pets. OPP and especially in Napanee come knocking on your door, especially if they don't have a reason to. That means that there is going to be dead bodies following them behind, and they will get it covered up. And I'm not just saying that. Once again, no association with any police in prior to being shot, and me speaking of their crimes, because I had no criminal record or any way or any reason to be involved with any of them. Along with not going to a fucking hospital that has a falsified medical file against me that I had not been to in about 7 to 10 years prior to, also. So they've done everything to completely and totally fuck me. And Dale Hartwick, whether you are dying one way or another, I'm gonna see you arrested along with the rest of you pieces of shit. Make no mistake about it, I don't care how long it takes. I will see you in prison, you bastards.